Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Beyond Books Academy. Today we are going to start about the third unit or the third chapter of the social studies 10th class, and that is production and employment. What do you mean by production? When we are producing something, when we are preparing something, when we are making final product of something by using the raw material, technology and the labor's hard work, that is called as production. Employment. So your parents, your brother, your mother or your sister may be working somewhere and they are earning from that source. That particular source of income is only known as employment. Employment means giving bread and butter to some family or to someone. That is called as employment. Now there are three sectors of economy by which a person can derive his or her income. That is, first one is the primary sector, second one is the secondary sector, and third one is the service sector. Now whatever the things which are included in the primary sector are from natural resources, are naturally available, like farming or the agriculture which we will do on the land, and land is available naturally to us, and that's why primary sector is called as the sector of economy which depends upon the natural resources or the natural availability. Mining is there. We will dig the minerals from the underground or from the land. That also comes under primary sector. Fishing is there. Fishing means what? Catching the fishes and selling it. That is called as fishing. Fishes are also available naturally to us. And likewise, the agriculture, mining, fishing, quarrying, all this comes under primary sector. Now secondary sector, it relates to the industry and the work of production. Industry and work of production. When we are converting raw material into finished product by applying our skill, technology and the labor work, that is called as production. Production is possible in industries only. Production is possible in which industry? In industry only. It may be heavy industry. Heavy industry means which produce the heavy goods. It may be medium industry. Medium industry, or it may be small industry. But whenever any good or whenever any final product is produced by converting raw material into finished product, that work takes place in industry. Now if anyone wants to prepare or produce JCB, can they produce at home? No. If anyone wants to produce shirts or the pants, can they produce in very heavy industry? No. If anyone wants to produce matchbox or the matchstick, can they produce in heavy industry? It is not possible. So as per the level of production, the industries are also divided into heavy, medium or small industry. Then next comes the service sector. Generally the professional services. The professional services. What do you mean by professional services? The service of the teacher, the service of the doctor, the service of the driver and service of the bank employee. All this comes under service sector. Means in service sector, we are not going to get any product in our hand. They are not producing anything. Then what they are doing? They are using their skill and effort, and they are giving us the betterment for our life. So service sector people does not give any product in our hand, but what we will get? We will get the use of their services for our better future. Now, we will come to a topic which is called as GDP. You might have heard GDP. What do you mean by GDP? What is the full form of GDP? Gross domestic product. What is the full form of GDP? Gross domestic product. What do you mean by gross domestic product? From where it comes? How it is calculated and how it is measured? Gross domestic product is nothing but whatever the products which are produced in primary sector, in secondary sector and in service sector in a country throughout the financial year. What do you mean by financial year? One financial year comes from 31st March to next year 1st April. 31st March of 2026 to 1st April of 2027. That is called as one financial year. In one financial year, how many products are produced by primary sector? How many products are produced by secondary sector? How many services are produced by the service sector? How many products are consumed from primary, secondary and service sector? And what are the outcomes of it? Means what are the exports? Means how much we have exported. All these are calculated under GDP. Now, one more doubt will come in your mind. Whether GDP is calculated, one coconut is produced, okay, one pen is produced, one pencil is produced, one pair of shoe is produced, all those prices will be calculated, then who will calculate all these things? No, all these prices will not be calculated. The prices of all the final products will be calculated, and at last we will calculate the GDP. For example, you see one farmer, he has produced 100 kgs of rice. How much he has produced? 100 kgs of rice, and he sold that rice at the rate of 25 rupees. What was the rate of that rice by the farmer? What was the rate decided by the farmer for that rice? 25 rupees per kg. He sold that rice to the miller. He has produced paddy, not rice. He has produced what? Paddy. And he sold that paddy at the rate of 25 rupees. How much he has produced? 100 kg of paddy he has sold to miller. So, he got the amount of 2500 rupees. Now, what miller did? Miller has separated rice from the paddy. Miller has separated what? Rice from what? Paddy. And miller has sold it to hotelier. Hotelier means the person who will run the hotel. The person who will run the hotel. He sold 80, he has taken 80 kg of rice from that paddy, because some wastage or some different things will be there, no, husk will be there. When we separate rice from the paddy, husk will be there. So he sold 1 kg of rice at the cost of 40 rupees. And how many kgs of rice he has sold? 80 kgs of rice he has sold. And 20 kg of husk at the 20 rupees per kg. Likewise, 80-40 ja 3,200 and 20-20 is a 400. So 3,200 plus 400. How much the rice miller got from the hotelier? 3,600. Now, what hotelier did? Hotelier has taken this rice and husk, and he has used this rice for preparing idli and dosa. Then what? How he used that husk or what use of that husk he has made? He has used this husk to burn in the stove or in the as a fuel. So hotelier has earned rupees 5,000 by selling this idli and dosa. Now you may be thinking that when we are calculating GDP, this 2,500 plus 3,600 and 5,000, these three amounts should be added. No. Whatever the final amount we have received from this addy, what is that final amount? 5,000 rupees. That amount only we have to calculate. See here, farmer has produced at 2,500. Now when miller has sold that to hotelier, he has sold at the cost of 3,600. So how much extra he got? 3,600 minus 2,500. How much it is? 1,100. Now hotelier has prepared idli and dosa from that rice and sold at the cost of 5,000. When we reduce or when we deduct 3,600 from 5,000, we will get 1,400. We will get 1,400. Now what we have to do? 2,500 rupees of this farmer plus 1,100 rupees of this rice miller plus 1,400 rupees of this hotelier. Now how much? 2,500 plus 1,100, 3,600, 3,600 plus 1,400, that is 5,000 only. So double counting should be avoided. These things, see, paddy is the intermediate good for production of rice. It is not the final good. Rice is the final good. It can be consumed for preparation of food, or it can be converted into idli and dosa also. So rice becomes intermediary goods or intermediate good when it is converted into idli and dosa. Likewise, the double calculation of raw material, double calculation of intermediate good should not be done. To avoid all those double calculation, what we will do? We will consider the cost of only the final product. We will consider what? The cost of final product. Now we will see about the changes in the importance of the sectors. How the sectoral transformation has taken place. This is called as sectoral transformation. Before independence, our India was totally depending upon primary sector. Means most of the population of our India was deriving its income from the primary sector, and more than 90% of people were residing in the rural areas. And after 5-year planning, after the implementation of 5-year planning system in 1950, the total scenario has changed. The government has started spending amount or started financing for the development of the primary sector, and there was a heavy change of the primary sector. That is the implementation of the new technology like HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds, as well as the what we can say green revolution. Green revolution. Next, for secondary sector also, the government has paid more concentration and has improved the condition of the industries. Government has constructed many multi-purpose dams to produce the current facility or to produce more and more power and to supply to the industries. And likewise what happened? the secondary sector also has improved, and along with that government has introduced the establishment of professional training colleges. IIT is there, ITI is there, ITI is there, and the different professional training colleges, MBBS college, doctor means the nursing college, medical colleges, all these were established by the government. And likewise what happened, there was a sectoral transformation in primary sector, secondary sector as well as in service sector. But whatever the sectoral transformation has taken place in secondary and the service sector, that much sectoral transformation has not taken in primary sector. Means how much the secondary sector and service sector share in GDP has increased, that much share of primary sector has not increased in GDP. So still the primary sector has remained back. The reason behind it is the improper knowledge of agriculture or improper knowledge of their work for the rural people. The most of the people from rural area, they started migrating because they were having rain-fed crops. After the rainy season, there was no chance of getting any crop, rain-fed crop, that is called as rain-fed crop. Growth of crop is possible only during rainy season, that is called as rain-fed crops. And during dry season, those people were transforming into secondary sector as a labor, daily wage labor. So after the implementation of 5-year planning system for primary sector, secondary sector and service sector, the condition of secondary and service sector has improved, but the condition of primary sector has improved very less. Only few facilities were made available for them. That is just seeds and improved methods. But the finance has remained problematic for the people of the primary sector. In secondary sector, the people started getting educated, getting literate, and as the number of industries were increasing, they were shifting from primary sector to secondary sector and from secondary sector to service sector. But the condition of primary sector has remained same. After some 43 years, the condition of primary sector has improved, secondary sector has improved, and the service sector also has been improved. Now you can see the harvester working in the fields. You can see the tractor working in the field. Previously, most of the people of primary sector, they were working with the traditional method, means the old methods, bull and the wooden plows, or all these type of old methods they were adopting. But now they are adopting some improved technology, and now the condition of primary sector also has been improved. Now we will see the employment distribution of workers, and that particular basic year is 2017 and 18. In percent we are seeing, in percent, not in lakhs or not in thousands, but in percent. Now see, here sector, it is primary. Place of residence of the people, those who are involved in that primary sector. Rural area people are involved more in the primary sector, that is 59.8%. How many percent of rural area people are involved in the primary sector? 59.8%. Along with that, the urban area people only 6.6%. Generally in the rural area, there are no opportunity of any other jobs or any other profession rather than the agriculture and its allied activities. And that is only the reason that 59.8% of the population of the rural area is involved in which sector? Primary sector. But very few people from urban area, that is 6.6%, is involved in primary sector. Now we will see the gender difference who involved in the primary sector. Male 40.7% of males are involved in primary sector, because most of the males are involved in secondary sector as a daily wage labor or as something in secondary sector. 57.2% of female are involved in primary sector, because female will not have a more opportunity of work or more availability of work, and that's why most of the female are involved in primary sector. Now when we see the all works of the primary sector, 44.6% of people are involved in agriculture, mining, quarrying, basket weaving, poultry farming, this type of works. Total how many people are involved? 44.6% of people are involved. Now when we see the industry sector, from rural area, 20.4% of people are involved in secondary sector or the industrial sector. 34.3% of people are involved from the urban area. Now when we see the gender differences of industrial sector, again the male domination is there, that is 26.4%, and female are 17.7% only, and the total workers or total works which are generated in the industrial sector, it is 24.4%. Total involvement of the people are 24.4%. And when we discuss about the service sector, 19.8% of the people from rural area are involved in 9 service sector. Means the PT services, small services, not in very big services. Now the most of the students are migrating from their village to the Hyderabad or some different cities, metropolitan and the cosmopolitan cities. There they are getting educated, and there they are joining the good what we can say profession with handsome salary. So no doubt in that, nowadays in service sector also there is little bit of increase. 19.8% of the rural people are involved in service sector, but most of the people who are involved in the service sector, that is 59.1%, are from urban area. Again 32.8% of males are involved in service sector, 25.2% of female are involved in service sector, and total works and total workers involvement is 31% in service sector. So likewise when we see, there is a gradual improvement of primary, secondary and service sector, means very slow improvement in primary sector, in secondary sector and the service sector after the implementation of 5-year planning system in India, and that was implemented in 1950 by the first Prime Minister of our India, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru. Now next we will see about the types of unemployment. Now you see, when there is a question of employment either in primary or in secondary or in service sector, there is the next question of unemployment also. So when we discuss about the employment, we have to discuss about the unemployment also. Now you see, 3 types of unemployments will be there generally. First one is the voluntary unemployment. Voluntary means when person himself doesn't want to do any work and to earn any income. That is called as voluntary unemployment. Suppose a person is a small child, a person is very old age, or person is ill health, or person is very rich, that he is having sufficient savings and he don't want to earn any more saving or any more income. When the person is not ready to work Because of all this reason, because of his childhoodness, because of his ill healthness, because of his old ageness, because of more income or the more money saved by him, in such condition the unemployment becomes voluntary unemployment. In such condition unemployment becomes voluntary unemployment. Then involuntary unemployment, when the person is ready to work at the existing wage rate, means whatever the payment is fixed by an organization in the market, the person is ready to work at the existing wage rate but unable to find the work, that is called as involuntary unemployment. And third one comes the disguised unemployment. For understanding disguised unemployment, one example given in your textbook, that is about Gayatri and his family. Suppose one farmer is having this land. To grow any type of crop in this land, only 3 members are required. To work on this field, how many members are required? Only 3. But instead of 3 more members are involved, because these are family members. 3 members are required, only 3 members are sufficient to grow any crop on this land. But how many members are employed? 6 members are employed. Suppose these 3 members are removed from here, then there is no effect on the production. Same production will be there. If 3 members are working on this land, production will be same. If 6 members are working on this land, production will be same. So suppose these 3 members are hired by the landlord of the village, landlord or any rich saukar of the village, then what will happen? Instead of working here, if these people are hired by the landlord, he will pay some money. That particular money will become the income of the family. So the appointment or the work of these 3 members on this land, it is useless. It is useless. It is not of any use, and that is only called as disguised unemployment. That is only called as what? Disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment means when more people are working on the same piece of land for the same land and are giving same production whatever was given by the previous, then it is called as disguised unemployment. Now we will discuss about the organized and unorganized sector. Organized and unorganized sector. After completion of your studies, after completion of your total education, what you will like to do? Most of you will have a dream to join the government job. Why? Because in government job, fixed working hours will be there. Fixed working hours. Job security, medical facility, medical facility will be there, as well as overtime will be there, as well as fixed holidays will be there. Then provident fund will be there. Means after retirement also you will get security in the government job, and that's why you want to join in government job. This particular security full job is only known as organized sector. In organized sector, fixed working hours will be there. No one will ask you to work after your working hours. Job security will be there. means no one can remove from job very easily. Medical facility for you and for your family will be there. In case of any type of ill healthness or improper healthness, you can consult to the doctor, and that is also free of cost. Means from your remuneration, from your payment, a small amount will be deducted as a share of medical facility. Fixed holidays, overtime, means if you will work overtime, that's extra income you will get in your hand. Fixed holidays will be there. If any what we can say festivals are there, any celebrations are there, for that you will get the fixed holidays. And you will get provident fund, means after retirement you will get pension also. So the sector which provides all these facilities, that sector is called as organized sector. Organized way, in a systematic way, in a good way. Now unorganized sector, no fixed working hours. If any heavy order is there, your boss or your owner can ask you to work for a longer hour. No job security. If you are not able to listen to your boss or your owner, you can be removed from that service at any time. There is no medical facility. If something happens to you, your job or your owner will not take any responsibility. Overtime, if you are working overtime also, no payment will be paid. No payment will be paid. Fixed holidays will not be there. If more production you need, or more things you have to produce, or more work is there, you have to work on holidays also. And sometimes no provident fund. Any provident fund will not be provided to you. And when all these things are not provided to the employee, such type of sector is called as unorganized sector. Now, in our India, after 75-76 years of independence, still some lagging is there. Government should become aware, and first of all, the government should provide the financial facility. Finance facility. Generally what will happen, the people from the primary sector or the agriculture sector, they will take finance from the private, means the landowners or the landlords or the saukars, and they will pay more interest as compared to principal amount. Secondary thing, government should provide proper transport facility. Proper transport facility means government should try to connect villages with the towns and the cities. Then only it is possible for the villages or the people of rural area to carry their products from rural area or villages to the towns and cities, as well as proper storage of their product. You might have seen when the rice, new rice will arrive in the market, its cost will be very less. But as it will grow, it will become old, its cost will increase. So whenever the new products or the new crops are produced in the market, its price will be very less. But as it grows older, or as it goes older, its price will increase or its cost will increase. If storage facilities are there, the farmers or the rural area people can store their crops for longer time, can save their crops for longer time, and can sell at the market at the proper market price. Now, government should provide proper MSP. What do you mean by MSP? Minimum support price. What do you mean by MSP? minimum support price. Why minimum support price should be provided? For the cultivation of any crop, one particular amount the farmer have to spend. Suppose for the cultivation of tomatoes, a farmer has spent 1400 rupees, and when he is taking his product to the market and he is getting 1000 rupees only, it's a loss or profit? It's a loss only, because he has spent how many rupees? 1400, but how much he is getting? Only 1000. In such case, that is a loss for the farmer. So if the government will fix the price, minimum support price for the farmer for that product, then compulsory that farmer will get little bit of profit, by which he can continue with the work of agriculture. So finance, transport, storage and MSP, these are very essential and very important facilities which the government should provide to the primary sector. For secondary sector, government should provide tax-free market. Tax-free market. Tax-free market means what? Government should decrease the taxes, should make availability of raw material at the subsidized rate, can give the storage facility, and government should encourage the industries to be established near the rural area, like the food processing industry or the flour industry or any industry which is related to agriculture should be established near the rural area. So what will happen? The rural area people will also get employment. So for development of the rural area by the industrial sector, government should encourage the industries to establish near the rural area by giving them some reliability, some relaxation in taxation, in registration of land, and providing raw material at the subsidized rate. For service sector, government should encourage the students to get the loan, education loan at very cheap interest or cheap rate. Then most of the students, they will opt for the professional services or the professional jobs, and they will be responsible for sharing their skill and talent for the development of our nation. Likewise, the employment and production conditions should be improved, and then only India will become a very good nation. Thank you very much for attending the class. If you like the class, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, that is Beyond Books Academy.